I'm Andrew. I'm the CEO of Discovered, which is an online marketplace for handmade jewelry that's basically ethically crafted by skilled artisans in emerging countries. For myself, as a young family, I feel it's more or less an obligation to make the world better. And from what we've created with Discovered, we have a great opportunity to change the lives of many people and their communities in the emerging countries through our philosophy of basically changing today for a better tomorrow. So our mission is to strengthen the jewelry artisan sector, to create jobs, increase incomes, and preserve cultural traditions that respect the uniqueness of people and place. We do this by empowering artisans in emerging countries to grow successful businesses. We focus as an basically integrated business partner as we take over all international operations for them. So that includes customer service, returns, photography, styling, content, many other areas. And the main focus for us is to provide almost a turnkey solution for these artisans in these countries where there's minimal risk for them. So they only, basically there's no ongoing upfront costs, and we only take a percentage of each sale. Basically Discovered is centered around our three main value pillars. So we provide high quality, unique handmade jewelry at affordable prices. We work with artisans that already have a strong reputation in their local communities. And by stocking directly from artisans, we've streamlined the traditional supply chain to enable a high sustainable income to the cultures that produce the goods, while also providing the best value to our customers. Where we are today, we're already working with over 100 artisan businesses that employ over 400 people. We have around 13,000 products on the platform, and we've generated over roughly about $700,000 US for artisans in the last 2 years and created 50 new jobs during the global COVID crisis. Our impact imperatives, so basically where we want to be over the next 3 years, we're looking to drive over 100 transactions through the platforms, provide revenues to over 150 artisan businesses, or SMEs in emerging countries, provide fair play to over 1,000 employees. And our main focus in the next year is to strengthen our current artisan businesses, helping them scale alongside us, and also looking at internationally recognized certifications, regulations that our artisans will adhere to. One of the key areas is we make sure all our artisans on our platforms are pre-qualified to making sure we stay true to our values. So we make sure they all have experience producing high quality goods and they have the legal permission to do so. In addition to making sure that each artisan business supports its local communities and ensures good working conditions and fair wages to their staff. For the impact, we've really mapped out over the next few years how we're going to define and measure our impact. Our main focus is partnering with local NGOs in the emerging countries to help us collect and measure our true impact to the artisans and their communities, while also looking to report to global standards. In addition, we're looking to start education programs and microfinancing loans to support our artisans in their growth and to help them create long-term sustainable businesses. We have already partnered with MVU, which is a global NGO focused on supporting impact companies. And we have our own Discovered Foundation, which we're looking to apply for grants with. In terms of our traction, so we've had steady growth last year, basically as we created the foundation and tested and learned what works best. Then in December, we had a big push in terms of focusing our target audience. And since then, we've seen a great start to 2022. To give an example, in 2021, we had just over 400,000 in total sales. And already in Q1 this year, we're 55% of last year's total revenues. All our key KPIs are increasing in terms of average order value, customer acquisition cost, returning customer rate all throughout the year. And we do this while maintaining an average payout to our artisans of around about 65% per sale. Where we're looking to grow, Discovered was originally founded in 2014, had a very kind of slow start. But in the end of 2020, we had new management change that changed the whole business. Since then, we've been growing basically very rapidly. And our main focus is on US operations this year, and then looking to Europe and UK next year. In the US, we're looking to set up US customer service, return solutions, fulfillment options, faster shipments, and then also help the artisans to further develop the photography and commercial partnerships. Our team, a very small but dedicated and effective team. So we have our Chana in India and Gautam in India who help with our marketing execution and the customer service. Piero Marca based in the Netherlands, and they help us with content, and Mark's our basically marketing guru who's basically running the business. And myself who's running the operations and business development. We also, as I mentioned, work with MVU who support us with the financial and operations if needed. In terms of our competition, Novica, which is basically the biggest company in terms of artisan jewelry, is our main competitor. There's also typically a lot of other jewelry artisan businesses out there. And you'll see that most of these businesses have strong revenues, but also have a lot of basically funding behind them, which we necessarily don't have at this moment. What we're looking for is roughly about 1.1 million investment over 2 tranches with a pre-money valuation of 3.3 million. So what we're looking for is a larger basically investor to come in, take a big opportunity in the company to help us drive and reach our targets. And our main focus is on growth. So really looking at how to drive revenues. Shareholders have already committed to around 50% of the total. And we're looking at a really realistic valuation around 30 million by end of year 2025. We do have a US and both European entities already set up. In terms of the funding breakdown, most of our funding will be spent on operations in terms of hiring key staff and also marketing to drive revenues and increase our customer segment, and also in focusing on impact projects and collection of data. We're looking over the next 3 years to raise around 5.5 million for artisans in emerging countries, which means around 9 million in total revenues for the business. And the main focus on what we're looking to do is really ensure artisans continue to receive our support to grow and positively impact the business and communities. For us, it's really important they provide a greater source of sustainable income for the employment generation for their artisans and their communities. And then from us as a business, obviously to really define and expand our customer segment and hire those key people in key areas. And then also bring on new artisans to support our rapid growth.